Welcome to our video series on processing a criminal case. Over the years, I've learned that most people don't know much about the law, but even if they do know something about the law, they really have no idea how the criminal justice system operates. So the purpose of these videos is to walk you through a typical case from opening the file in our office all the way through to either a trial or a plea or a dismissal, closing the case, and we might even talk about what happens after that. So let's get started. When you come in and your case is first open, there's a lot of activity that goes on. The first part of any case mainly deals with gathering information. We need to get information we need for now, but we also need to get information that we think we may need for later. Some of the things we're going to try to get from you includes information about your family, information about your employment, your education, if you've had any kind of prior history, information about that. And then in some cases we also may need information about medical issues, especially any mental health treatment or counseling you may have gone to. Those sometimes can become important later when it comes time to actually reaching a resolution of your case. And in some cases there may be special concerns and special things that we need to find out. An example is a DWI case. We generally want to know what you had to eat, when you had to eat, how much you had to eat, how much you had to drink, and when you had your drinks. That can become important if your case goes to trial, because all those things can enter into, if there is a test reading, how that test reading is interpreted. So along with getting all your information about you and your situation, we're also going to send out notices. We'll send a notice to the court, let them know that we're representing you, so that if they have a court setting, they'll have us down as your lawyer, and so we'll get notice of it along with your bondsman or along with you. We'll also send a notice out to the prosecutor, letting them know the same thing. When we send our notice to the prosecutor, we're going to ask for discovery. We're going to send that to the district attorney's office and ask for whatever information they have. Sometimes it takes a while to get that, so we're also going to try to get whatever other information we can find. Most times there's an arrest warrant that's been issued, maybe some kind of affidavit. Those are usually in different places, but they tell us a little bit about the case and about what the police think you did and what evidence they have. There also may be other records we need to get, and we'll request those. If you have a court date, we'll go ahead and docket that, and we'll docket all of them if you have some. Most times, though, if you're coming in fairly early, you're not going to have a court date because that doesn't come about until later on in the process. So we're going to do all these things pretty early, and there's a lot going on early, but then you're just going to have to be prepared to wait. It takes time to get records, it takes time to get our discovery from the district attorney's office, and it takes time for them to review your case. That means they're going to take some time to look at it and decide if they're going to charge you, and if they are, what charges to file, and then they have to actually prepare the paperwork to do that. So there's going to be a period, sometimes a short period of several weeks to a couple of months, sometimes longer, before you actually are going to have a date where you have to show up in court. And we're going to have the actual information, or at least all the information we think we need to be able to talk to you about your case. You may be wondering what you can do, or if there's anything that you have to do. I can tell you the answer is yes. This is your case, and so there's some things that you can do to help yourself. One thing is to get the information we ask for. We always have a need for that, so we want you to get that to us as soon as we can, because sometimes when you give us something, it may trigger something else that we decide that we need to go look at. The other things you can do, keep your appointments with us. We know things come up, and if things come up, we'll be happy to reschedule. But keep your appointments and don't waste your time that you've got. Stay in touch with your bondsman. They're the ones that are keeping you out of jail, so you need to make sure you stay in touch with them. And then the last thing, which I probably don't need to tell you, but I'll tell you anyway, and that is stay out of trouble. 2 cases is a lot harder to deal with than 1, so make it easier on yourself and make it easier on us. If you have any other questions at any time during the processing of your case, please give us a call and we'll be happy to get those answered for you.